This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, let's get into this again. You got to be reminded every once in a while. I see Ace Hood's dropping an album this year. Congrats to Ace Hood. Now, let's start with DJ Khaled. Is DJ Khaled a hard worker? Absolutely. Does he deserve everything he has? Absolutely. He works absolutely incredibly hard for what he has. Self-made guy. Nothing was handed to him. I've personally seen him work nonstop, okay? The guy is a marketing machine. And why wouldn't he want to expand and get into having artists eventually? He started around 2000. Well, he didn't start in 2006. He started becoming an artist almost in 2006. Yes, he's a DJ that makes beats, gets other people to make beats. He's really a composer. He found a way to do kind of what DJ Clue was doing, in a different new way, what DJ Drama is doing, a bunch of people, okay? Clue's obviously one of the pioneers to take it to another level. Of course, you got, DJ Molly Mall and a bunch of other people way before Clue, okay? But I'm just talking about, being a pioneer. So DJ Khaled, 2006, he signed to Terror Squad, comes out on E1, does great with Listen the album. Then he comes out with We the Best in 2007. Look at this guy works hard. Every year he's coming out with an album. He's leveraging his power on the radio to get people to do songs. 2008, We the Best. He drops We Global. This is when he's kind of like the man now, okay? And this is when Ace Hood comes into the mix. He finds Ace Hood and forces him on us. Ace Hood had no prior history as an artist. That alone was a problem. He just came out of nowhere. He could rap, but it wasn't really believable. But he pushed him, and I'll give him that. He did. He pushed him hard. Put him on the album, dropped an album with him with a T-Pain single immediately, and sometimes it works. This one didn't work that well, okay? It was a flop. It sold I can't remember, 14 to 20,000 albums. That's really bad back then, okay? Especially back then. It doesn't mean it wasn't good. It was good. It had anthems. It just wasn't believable. Ace Hood wasn't believable, okay? It just, honestly, I'm just speaking honest, okay? But then he pushed him out with another album after that, okay? Ace Hood, you can't just keep beating it down, something that doesn't work, and pushing it to work. Sometimes you gotta regroup. He did it right again the next year, Ruthless, 2009. At this point, Ace Hood, he's doing shows and stuff for a little bit of money. It's not like now where the artist is rich overnight, okay? It was a little bit harder in 2008, but a lot easier than it was in 1998, okay? So, Ace Hood, still not believable. He's running out of money. Khaled gives up, shuts down the budget. Ace Hood eventually runs out of money. And he admitted this on The Breakfast Club. He said, I had no money to feed my kids or anything, and I actually started. Now that hunger made hustle hard, okay? The hunger brings something out of you. When your back is against the wall, that's when you make your best work. When you're comfortable, it's hard. That's why people like to stay a little uncomfortable. That's why when you see your favorite artist get so rich and enjoy the fruits of his labor, sometimes they get a little too comfortable and they lose that magic. It just happens, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean they're not talented. So he makes hustle hard. What disgusted me at this point is DJ Khaled jumped. He asked DJ Khaled for money. DJ Khaled said no, okay? I get it. Tough love. But then DJ Khaled drops right on the bandwagon, and he jumps on it, and I'm like, okay, finally Ace Hood's getting the attention he needs. Khaled's going to get in there, and they have a few good years. He drops another album called Trials and Tribulations in 2013. This is when Khaled had signed to Cash Money. Okay, so DJ Khaled signed to Cash Money in 2011. This is how he got that Drake verse, okay? This is when, the I'm On One drop with Drake, which totally changed Khaled's life. Let's be honest, okay? I know All I Do Was Win and all that before that, but this one was just another level, okay? This was it. Drake gave him a hit. Drake gave him this record, okay? And it came out, Young Money, Cash Money, Universal. Next album, 2012, Kiss the Ring. This is Khaled. Next one, Suffering Some Success. Again, these aren't going platinum. These albums, the singles are going platinum, but the albums aren't going platinum. But they're great albums. DJ Khaled works hard. He almost has never missed a year dropping an album. Can you believe that? Almost never dropped, he's putting compilations together, but still, that takes a lot of work. It's almost more work than an artist. You got to get 3-4 artists to come together on a track. I give the guy a lot of credit. Also, around this time, I got to mention, the era of 2010 into 2013, he signs Vado. Cameron made Vado hot in 2009 from Harlem. Vado can rap. And he signs Vado from Cameron because Vado and Cameron had a fallout. Vado thought Cameron was trying to play him. Something happened with Vado in Harlem, and Cameron didn't really back it. A bunch of stuff happened. I'm not even going to go down that. That's a whole nother video, and we've covered that before. So he has Vado and Ace Hood now. He's pushing Vado. Vado thinks he's going to get his shot. Vado had to deal with Interscope through Cameron, but now he's will be the best. Confusing. So Ace Hood drops in 2013. He signed to Cash Money now. Something happens with DJ Khaled at Cash Money. I don't know exactly what it was, but he did 3 albums under Cash Money, and then he got off. It was a big deal when he signed. So he got done dirty over there. Something happened. Rick Ross talks about this. I don't like how you did Khaled when he was dissing Birdman about Lil Wayne. Okay. And I know the story's a little confusing, but there's a lot to it. So 2013, after 2013, you don't really hear from Ace Hood anymore. DJ Khaled's back's against the wall. He comes out with I Changed a Lot in 2015. Bricks. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay? But he's lucky. Snapchat comes out. Around this time, he signs Ken Jones. You've seen Ken Jones. He was around when Khaled dropped I Got the Keys. Major Key, I'm sorry. This is when Snapchat came out. DJ Khaled got famous on Snapchat. He's got a second chance here, okay? He was kind of down and out. People were starting to not care about DJ Khaled. He was on his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th album. That was his 8 albums. Most artists never drop 8 albums. DJ Khaled did. Give him props for that. But 2016, and then I might mention, I'm sorry, I got to mention one more time. I Changed a Lot. His last album had come out on Red distribution, which is through Sony. Independent again. He went back to independent. So he left independent E1 2010. Did 3 albums on Cash Money. 11, 12, 13. 15. Independent again on Red. Didn't work. I think he even had a Jay-Z song on there. Then we get Major Key after he blows up on Instagram. Guess who's not on this album? Ken Jones. I don't think Ken Jones is on it, but I know Ace Hood wasn't on it. Vado wasn't on it. He stopped pushing him. He stopped pushing Vado. He just didn't back him anymore. He tried a song with Jeremiah through that era of 11, 12, 13. Didn't work. And he moved on. Dropped him like a hot potato. Ace Hood dropped him like a hot potato. But didn't let him go. Didn't sign him off. He drops Major Key. He's having a great success. Doesn't push his artists anymore. Even Kent Jones. He pushes that one single. And he tries to push a little Mavado. Because Mavado signed around this time. I forgot to leave. I left that out. Vado was signed somewhere in that era. I don't know exactly what year, but he was signed. But Mavado's Mavado. Mavado's a legend, so he's going to eat regardless. But these other guys, MIA, Magic. And we ain't talking about Miami, okay? And then this is what I heard through the grapevine. This is allegedly he wanted $1 million for Ace Hood to get out of his deal. I mean, Ace Hood had the comeback story of a lifetime with Hustle Hard. Smash in 2011. And he had a couple other hits after that. But it just didn't work anymore. He wasn't getting that push. and dropped like a hot potato. Vado, dropped like a hot potato. Ken Jones, have you heard of him for the past 4 years? No, you haven't. Khaled keeps going through. You know, we saw Ace Hood talk about Khaled on The Breakfast Club. Then DJ Khaled answers that on The Breakfast Club saying, you know, I wish the best for him. I did this for him. I did that. And then, you know, Ace Hood responded on Twitter like, oh, if only all that was true. Eventually, he lets Ace Hood go around 2017, 18. I remember because he was able to do interviews again. He had to be quiet for a while. Didn't want to push it too hard because if you get Khaled mad, he's going to keep you on. So my point is with Khaled, he's a ruthless businessman, okay? He's going to win by any means. You don't sign to an artist. This is kind of like just like summing it all up. You don't want to sign to somebody that has their own career to worry about and is still pushing their career at the time because they're going to be focused on their career first, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you got to realize a psyche of somebody. They can't do everything at once. We've only seen a few people do it. We've seen Diddy, and Diddy even couldn't keep the artist going, but Diddy did it. We saw 50 do it. We've seen Dr. Dre do it. You know, like a few people can do that. They can. Eminem can kind of do it. We've seen people kind of push an artist and be an artist. It's so rare, and I know I'm leaving somebody out. It's okay, but I'm just giving you examples. Definitely leaving people out. But you know, Jeezy couldn't do it. Jeezy never had a really success. YG doesn't count. He was signed to Def Jam. I like Jeezy a lot, and YG needed that little push from Jeezy, and I'm glad he did it for him. But just never signed to an artist. Okay, was it Ace Hood's fault too? Sure it was. He probably should have tried to get off around 2011 and instead of kept riding with Khaled. I know Khaled put him in, but you got to understand, you should have known at that point, and I'm sure he wishes he knew at that point. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying I'm sure he wishes he knew at that point that DJ Khaled is an artist, okay? And you can't sign to an artist. You got to sign to somebody who wants to just treat you like an artist and put you first and not be second. Khaled went on, you know, Grateful album, Father of Facade, 17 and 19, you know, 2017 and 19. He signed with Rock Nation around 2017-ish, I think. Or was it 60? I don't know, but he was officially We the Best Epic Rock Nation on 2019. That's all I know. And all those albums went platinum after Snapchat. So he's a certified superstar now, and he deserves everything he has. But it's just, you know, a warning to not sign to an artist. Now, I want to leave this with letting you guys know that you can be anybody you want. Don't let anybody tell you you're limited or, you know, someone else is better than you or it's not possible. Everything is possible with hard work. And even though the top achievement might be hard to get to, you can get close, okay? Don't let people project their fears on you that, hey, it's not possible. You can't do that. You're this, you're that. And tell you that you can't do certain things. You gotta dream, and you gotta dream big. And you can't listen to the look at what they're doing. It's usually somebody who hasn't done anything that tell you can't do anything. You gotta remain limitless in your mind, okay? That's the only way you're gonna achieve more and get to better levels, okay? If you think it's not possible, you're not gonna ever do it because in your mind you're gonna already talk yourself out of it. You gotta talk yourself into it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Someone's gonna say no, or you might fail. You're still gonna get to try again. When you fail, you get to get up and try again. That's the best thing about life, and you get to do it better the next time. Look at Ace Hood. He fell flat on his face in 2009 and came back hard in 2011. Okay? And he's still here today. He's still doing stuff today. It's not over. It's discouraging. But what, that's all mindset. I've been down flat on my face so many times I can't even tell you, man. I've been through so many eras, man. I started out doing music videos, and then I did the DVDs, right? DVDs. Who watches DVDs anymore? I knew DVDs were over in 2007. That's why I joined up with Q and we did World Star in 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I left World Star. and me and Q had a problem, you know, like, so we had a little dispute, and I just left, you know. I left in 2011, and I moved on. And there was some iffy years there for me. I was like, you know, I went back to doing just commercials. You know, I said, I wasn't feeling the same about music videos anymore. The music game changed a lot in 2010 and 11, and I kind of fell out of love with the music in 2011 for a while. I had to reconnect with it years later. I needed a break. I had been doing it nonstop since I was in college. You know. Since I left college in 2004 and dropped out, to doing that, you know, it's like, and I wasn't doing anything in college, trust me, I wasn't going to the best college in the world. I was going to a mid-grade college because your parents tell you to go to college. I probably wasted a lot of money going to college. And I'm not saying college is a waste of time. I just didn't know where I wanted in life, you know, so I started doing music videos. I fell into it, and then I did commercials with Koch for a while. I met Cormega, bunch of other underground acts. Cormega's not underground, but at the time he wasn't. And then, you know, Cormega taught me a lot of stuff, man. You know, then I got into rap DVDs with Fendi. We did that, and then we did a lot of stuff, man. And then, you know, I reinvented myself, and I started companies with the money I made from commercials, and I do media now, and I enjoy this, and I still do some video work, and I have side businesses now. You know, it's like, you just got to keep reinventing yourself. I'm sure I'm going to have to do it again, and again, and again, and again. It's life. And you fall flat on your face, and you don't know what to do. And I was throwing so many darts at the board that weren't hitting the bullseye. I was totally missing the dartboard. But you got to throw those darts. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to tuck you guys' heads off. I love you guys, man, and I appreciate you. Keep throwing darts at the dartboard, and you'll hit bullseye at one point. Okay? Don't give up. Keep going. Because if you stop throwing darts at all, guess what? You're never going to hit the bullseye at all. You don't even have a chance. Okay? I appreciate you guys, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.